my clique, we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Sweet daddy, good job today. Good job. Let's go. If you know that you can get it, let me know. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. Let's go. If you know that you can get it, let me know. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want some, come get some. That's where I'm from.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Boring Literature Theater. Today we will be discussing the Webster's Dictionary, volumes F through U. We hope you would... No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to FTW Future Focus, your Mother's Day edition. I am your not-so-humble correspondent, Robert Black, and joining us today... to my immediate right is the founder of our feast, the president of FTW Network, and the man who suggested that we go to this fabulous place, the Villa Havana Cigar Bar here in Plainfield, Indiana. We are here live. It is the mastermind, Bobby Rogers. How you doing, sir?
I'm trying to hang in there. I'm trying to. I'm hungry. I'm tired. And I don't know if there's children around, but I'm not playing with them.
Well, you know, the live entertainment can be a hassle, but we're going to make it through today because it's Mother's Day and we've got a lot of stuff going on.
Happy Mother's Day.
Now, up in our caddy corner there, we have the man from Chicago, Illinois, the silent but deadly fellow, and he has about as much use for women's wrestling as I do for Coke and Sunshine. He is the marvelous Marcus Buckley. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I am so excited. We're doing one of my favorite topics today.
That's true.
I hear the joy in your voice, bro.
Absolutely. And last but certainly not least, the master of wine, women, cigars, and various other vices. He is the president of Motown Wrestling Group on Facebook. It is Tony Motown Allen. How you doing, sir?
I am looking forward to this. We got a women's show, and as you know, mommy's always on top.
Absolutely. Sweet. And we've got cigars, we've got drink, we are set up to the max, and I will let the mastermind introduce our first subject of today.
Right on. All right. First of all, let me say this. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I want to take a side note real quick because there's something that happened in the last week we got to recognize real quick. France was off the charts.
Yes.
France was off the charts. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Backlash. I don't know what it was, but Backlash was just off the charts. And AJ Styles, his entrance in the crowd going up for a hole like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah, I have been adamant about my criticisms for WWE on this channel before, as you all know.
Yes.
But I do have to say that Backlash was a step in the right direction. The crowd was hot, probably because the French have not had a show for a long time. But there is no denying that Cody versus AJ was a hell of a match. Even Dave Meltzer admitted that, gave it 5 stars. I didn't go quite that far, but it was a hell of a match, and there's no denying it.
I mean, the atmosphere in there is what every American crowd should be, but unfortunately, some of us is too snooty.
Moi?
Yeah, some of us is too snooty. We don't want to sit here and act like that. They let it loose.
Well, okay, we were discussing this before, and I think that the essence of the problem is that American audiences are not soccer audiences, and so the chants were a whole lot different and a whole lot more continuous.
They're coming out to American songs that we know. Okay, everybody knows English in almost everybody knows English in this country. Why are we getting that whistle?
I have no idea, but we'll persevere.
But almost everybody knows English in this country.
Mhm.
There's no reason. And I'm trying to turn this down to see if this works, but it's not. But there's no reason why we don't show out like that. But I digress. It was a good show. It was a good show. We got to get recognized and recognize where it comes through. But
Our first agenda on the item today, our first item on the agenda, strike that, reverse it, I believe is in honor of Mother's Day. We're going to have a ladies-oriented show today. And our first subject is the 4 most influential women in professional wrestling history. And since Bobby is off camera here, I think we could probably start with Marcus, of all people.
that's going to be short. None.
No, he got 2 women on his list.
Well, in terms of most influential, start with Moolah number 1. She was the female pimp. I mean, Booker for like was years held the belt. So I'm start with her, and this was before. I think even before Moolah, you had Babe Dick.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go with her 2, and then I would carry 3 because she showed how women could do more than just wrestle, just being a manager / valet and in-ring talent. Then 4th, when I do these lists, the last one is always the hardest for me. So I'm going to pick Charlotte. I think Charlotte because it just shows how I think she was the head of the centerpiece of this women's evolution, and it show how women can just in ring, microphone, everything. So I'm going. Those are my 4.
Cool. Motown, since Bobby is having a little bit of audio difficulty, we'll let you go next.
All right. And my list kind of stems from like the 4 most influential for me. Number 1 is the 9th wonder of the world, China. She was doing stuff that you just not see women back then doing that. She earned a nickname, the 9th wonder of the world, China. Number 2, I'd be surprised if Bobby don't have her on the list. But my number 2 is Bianca Belair. And the reason I put Bianca on there, she is like the Black John Cena. So I have her on there just for her influence on the Black community and young Black women in general. My number 3 is my boo. Skippy herself. AJ Lee. Why AJ? I tell you why AJ. She was the champ during the transition as they try to get out of that diva like bra and panties stuff that I enjoy so much. Into like taking women seriously. I know it really went big time when the 4 horsewomen got moved up, but AJ was the head of that. And my number 4 is Sensational Sherry, for all the reasons Marcus pointed out.
All right, some really good picks. My 4. First, you've got the fabulous Moolah. For better or worse, she was the driving force of women's wrestling for 40 years. And when you're talking women's wrestling and influence, you have to introduce her, whether you like it or not, because she was the top dog for a long time. I also include Sherry Martel, because she was pretty much Moolah's successor in the ring. So her influence as both a woman, a wrestler, and a valet is just untouchable within the industry. Then you have Medusa Michelli, who Alundra Blaze, as a professional wrestler, her influence was felt across both the top 2 and the top 3 during the 80s. So you have to include her in the mix because not only did she define an era in women's wrestling, but she was a talent in the ring and an influence as a valet as well. So Medusa Michelli gets a 3rd spot. And I have to give props to China. Just as Motown said, she was an innovator in the industry. She was an intercontinental champion, so a mixed talent in the ring. She wrestled both men and women. And she basically paved the way for ladies like Sunny and Charlotte and Becky, as much as Motown hates her. But those are my 3, with Medusa, Sherry, Moolah, and China.
All right. Becky Lynch, fuck that bitch.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. We're on the board. If I think Mastermind is rejoining us now, who are your 4 men? Influential.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, you got your mic off, bro. But that's okay. It's live and it's there you go.
Okay, check this out. 4 most influential women. First of all, Medusa. Not Medusa. No, I'm sorry. Moolah. I mean, we all know that little story, so we don't need to give her no more recognition. Golly, that whistle.
I know, but it's audio equipment, so it's going to happen, Bobby.
The next one, I'm going to say Trish Stratus. Trish really worked wrestling into women's wrestling. Don't get me wrong, she could have been better at it, and actually, I can't say she could have been better at it because when she came back, she was good, and she was hanging with the new school.
Yeah,
but golly,
it'll be all right.
But my thing is, I look at it as she was the first one to really bring the wrestling out in women's wrestling along with Lita. But of course, Trish is more known, so they're going to give it to Trish. Third on my list. This is going to actually make Tony happy. And that's AJ Lee. What she did with Wow is just off the charts.
That too, yes.
After she left, do you see how the Federation is falling apart now? She held that thing together. And she did a lot of influential things to where people liked Wow. Now they're leaving. After she left, everything's falling apart. So, and number 1, Stephanie McMahon.
God, yes. Yes.
That's a very good choice.
Stephanie not only influenced the game, influenced the whole damn board. Stephanie was the highest ranking female, I think, ever in a wrestling company, besides Rocky, The Rock's mom, who owned her own company.
And Dixie Carter.
And, well, I don't count Dixie. She had a board behind her. Dixie, no. But for real, Stephanie McMahon has done a lot for women's wrestling to progress it than a lot of other people. Triple H would not be doing what he's doing now if it wasn't for Stephanie. One reason, he wants to come home and be safe at night. I don't blame him. Number 2, he wants to come home and be loved at night. I don't blame him. But if you really take a serious look at current women's wrestling, Stephanie McMahon has been the most influential out of anybody in history when it comes to women's wrestling.
Facts.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
I need a lighter.
Motown, you gotta. Yeah, there we go.
Of course,
We are
Motown
just
got a lighter.
relaxing here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got cigars, we've got beverages, and we're having a good time here on Mother's Day. God bless the mothers of the world.
I gotta say, I agree with that because a lot of women wrestling. We talk about women's wrestling, but a lot of women has done a lot of influential things throughout time.
Sure.
They don't get credit for it, and this is one of the times I think it's just due to think, especially in our world of professional wrestling. Even though Marcus might disagree, but they should. They should get recognition, especially the way they've grown. It's not the bunny anymore, thank God. I mean, seriously, the bunny's terrible. I mean,
Oh, man. Well, speaking of women who are beautiful and elegant, let's talk about our next line of our next segment, which is the top 4 glow women. And no, we don't mean the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, the organization. We mean the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, period. The 4 most lovely gals that have crossed the wrestling industry. And Bobby, since you had to go last, you can go first on this one.
ooh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, my picks are going to be a lot different than other people's because I got.
Oh, we know that.
Well, thank you for joining. Anyway,
I missed that one.
how do I put them in order though?
Well, this is not a ranking. This is just a 4 that you fancy.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, I ranked mine.
You can go in any order.
All right. Number 4, Piper Niven.
Mhm.
Piper is just gorgeous. Her Scottish accent is just off the charts. That woman is just, oh my God. And she can wrestle too. That's the sad part about it. She got skills and she's not being used correctly. So, next, Tiffany Stratton. I mean, that's just wow. I don't know. Gotta give her a props on that. She's a beautiful woman. Let her ride. Next. I know a lot of people are gonna look at me like I'm crazy when I say this, but Nia Jax. I think Nia Jax is a very beautiful woman.
She got some beautiful eyes.
She got a beautiful everything to me.
But those eyes, though.
Yeah, them eyes get you. Them eyes will get you. But my number 1.
And when it comes to Becky Lynch, her fists can get you.
Hey,
And thank you for joining us on FTW.
why do we gotta mention that? Yeah.
Oh, now come on.
That bitch name's in this category.
All right.
Wow.
But number 1, Willow Nightingale. She's just off the charts, and I'm sorry. She's way too young for me. I never get a chance. I never want a chance because she's a baby, and I feel like an old perverted man. But I got to give it to her. She's pretty. She's beautiful as hell.
Bobby,
She's gorgeous.
stop it.
What? What do you mean stop?
You, if you catch,
No, say that again, Marcus.
no, if you ever saw that Willow, you wouldn't be like, no, you're too young. Bullshit.
He's got a point. You got a point. You got a shot at Will Nightingale. You taking that shit, Mark? Bobby.
Stop it, Bobby.
You are.
What?
Stop it.
If you had a shot at Will Nightingale, you ain't gonna turn it down because she's so young.
Yeah, I would.
Stop it.
No, that's serious.
Oh, gentlemen.
You can appreciate a woman's beauty, but don't mean you got to get with them.
Well, that's true, but I mean, we understand that you're not Hugh Hefner, Bobby. Neither are we, but you can.
We got to guess about Tony.
Well, I wish.
We got to guess about Tony. We all know Tony might be Hugh Hefner.
Regardless, you can appreciate a younger woman's beauty without looking like a stalker. You know.
No, you're right about that.
I ain't say a stalker now, but I'm just saying. Ass down, face up, you ain't walking away.
Well, let's all agree that Willow Nightingale has a certain charm, especially her personality. She has an excellent demeanor and a beautiful face, and any man would be lucky to have Willow Nightingale in their life.
Yeah,
let's admit that.
She's just way too young for me because I'm thinking that she's going to be playing Barbies with my daughter.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
I can't do it.
The Barbie edition.
I honestly can't do it. I mean, it sounds weird, and a lot of other dudes be like, "Yeah, right, man. You be no, I wouldn't."
Well,
I got one thing to say. Sorry, Mom. Tiffany Stratton is like half my age, and I will put it on her all day, every day, like does.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. I was ready for that one. And since Motown wants to contribute to the thank you for joining us pool, he can go next.
Oh, just made me drop my headset.
That's the only thing you dropped. All right. My list is no surprise. Anybody that's been a fan of this show know my three for sure. Number one, my OG boo, Trish Stratus.
Mm-hmm.
My number two, my relatively but not so new school boo, Skippy herself, AJ Lee. My number three, I know who it is. This woman made more money on OnlyFans than she ever did in professional wrestling. And mustn't anybody surprised, she didn't get a dime on my money. As much as I love her, I didn't subscribe for none of that shit. I find all her stuff for free. And that's Mandy Rose. God, I love you and miss you, Mandy.
Never let it be said that Motown is not resourceful.
Oh, anybody in the funhouse know how resourceful I am. But my number four, and I struggle with number four, because Tiffany, honestly, is like 5. Because I went with Taryn Terrell. Oh my God, I used to love her back in the day. Yes, Taryn Terrell. Check her out in Impact and check her out in Playboy. If you ain't seen her in Playboy, hit me up. I'll send you some.
Yes, please send them because I have no idea.
Speaking of Hugh Hefner.
You haven't seen... Oh, I got you, Bobby.
Marcus, go ahead.
When doing this list, I was thinking about doing Tony math on this and have about 9 names.
No, you can't do that because I cut a lot of names.
4 spots. I'm going to stick to the 4 though. 4 for me is Candice Michelle. It's something
Good pick.
that was always just gorgeous.
Yes.
And then number 3, I'm going back to my TNA days with Brooke Tessmacher.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Oh, yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
And
Yes.
and then number 2, I'm just gonna put it as a tie because I go back and forth who's number 1.
I know.
And that's my old school boo, Crystal Martin, current Chocolate Thunder, Devil Foods Cake, chocolate buns. I for years go back and forth between one them two. So that's my 4 right there.
I was curious who going to be your 3 and 4 were because I knew 1 and 2 was Naomi and Crystal.
Okay, well,
Are we about to get the Joshi edition?
actually, I went light on Joshi's because I knew that you guys were going to give me hell for that, especially in a cigar bar when we are just being men and hanging out. But in no particular order here, I tried to go across time of my fandom. Number one, not number one, but Miss Elizabeth definitely makes this list because not only is she lovely and elegant, but she defined a charm in the industry that nobody has really matched since then. So Liz makes this list. And of course, you have to include Sunny. Sunny crossed a lot of different genres. She was in, she was just the wrestler's pinup girl for so long, and downloaded woman on the internet at one time. So
Yeah, she crossed a lot of things.
I'm gonna let that one slide because that wasn't quite dirty enough for a hit. But despite what she did later, which we all know about, Sunny makes the list from back in the day. Also included has to be my one Joshi on the list, Hikaru Shida.
What?
Yes, Hikaru Shida.
What?
Yes, Hikaru Shida.
I thought you were going to say Rio.
No, I wasn't going to say Riho. Because I could put 4 Joshis on this list if you like, but I was trying to be diverse and add variety to this. So, but Hikaru Shida is a lovely woman. She has that Asian beauty, if that's not too un-PC to say, and she's a badass, a technician on top of that. So I just have to include Hikaru Shida here. It was between her and Asuka, and Hikaru Shida just right now just kind of edges her out. No insult to Asuka, still love Asuka, but Hikaru Shida is a personal favorite of mine. Last but not least, probably the strangest one you're going to hear today.
Stranger than Hikaru Shida?
Yes, much stranger than Hikaru Shida, because you guys are going to look at me like I've got elephants coming out of my ears. Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. That one was dirty enough to make the list. Okay, my last pick is the 1940s Mae Young.
Oh, yeah.
I'm serious. Mae Young, back in the day, before the elder abuse that she got in WWE, she was a wonderful looking woman. She was tough as nails, and she smoked cigars in the locker room. So she was not only a lovely lady, but she was one of the boys too.
Yeah.
And she valued that in the locker room. And if she had not been in a relationship with Moolah, she would have influenced the business in a different way.
Well, Moolah was putting it on her?
I thought everybody knew that.
Oh, really?
Moolah and May had a special relationship.
I know.
They lived together for years.
I never heard that.
I didn't hear that.
I didn't know that either.
Yes. Now, if somebody out there knows different, correct me if I'm wrong, but I am pretty sure that Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young, at least after May was retired, had a personal relationship. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
Oh.
But Mae Young back in the day was a lovely woman, and that rounds out my picks.
That's true. I got to give you that one. And guess what? It just reminds me of Timeless Tony Storm.
I am not even going to dignify that with a response, sir.
Yes.
I will just take my cigar and enjoy the smoke while we ponder that horrible thought.
How is it horrible?
Toni Storm is an absolutely fabulous woman. Timeless Toni Storm is a waste of my time.
No.
I'm sorry. That gimmick is horrible. And the only time that anybody understands that is if they're like a film student in learning directing class, because like I've said before, the woman is imitating a movie called Sunset Boulevard. She's playing Norma Desmond, the main character of that movie, and she goes crazy and kills a guy at the end. And the only way anybody would know that is if they lived through 1950 or they study film for a living.
I'm like Michael Jackson. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. Tony Storm is good for me. Tony Storm is good for me.
Facts.
Well, this is a subjective list, to say the least. Now, I think we can safely move on to our next segment, which... Excellent. All right. So our draft choices for our promotions is next. And Bobby, while we're setting up for the lottery, can you explain the premise behind what we're doing here?
Yes, right now, as we have the NBA draft going, we are going to be doing a draft of current female professional wrestlers for our particular federations or companies.
Fantasy promotions.
Fantasy promotions. And we're basing it off of who would people pay tickets to see? Who would they come see? Now, this is the catch to it, guys. Not only will we be doing our drafts, you guys will get to pick which of these companies are the best. We're going to pick 10 women, and who would you pay? Who would you come to see work in these shows? Which roster would get you to say, "Hey, I probably go to see them more"?
And I'm taking out everybody's names, and we will be posting this at Motown's Wrestling Group.
Excellent.
If you're not part of the group, you need to join. But we also you can also leave your comments here too. All right. So the draft order, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see this, but I got all 4 names in here, and this is how we're going to pick the draft order. So the first pick. Oh shoot.
As I said, we are live and proud here, so whatever technical difficulties arise, they arise.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but the number 1 pick is Rob.
You got to be kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. This is going to be a damn good day today.
Ah, yes. I'm number 2. Next up is Marcus. So then, of course, Bobby got 4.
Damn, I want to be first or fourth. Damn.
Oh
well.
Okay. So, are we beginning? Oh, are we doing tap out?
I got my tapped out of moments. I got those.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm ready for that too.
both of mine are from SmackDown.
All right. Well, since you drew the lottery, you get to do your first. Are we doing moment or tap out first? Tap out first. Okay, you got it.
Those first, Marcus. Since tapped out.
Okay.
Yes.
I tap out with SmackDown. You know, we all know what wrestling is, but this week, SmackDown did a bad job of showing the camera angles that show the opponents clearly missing each other. There was one, and sorry, Chocolate Thunder, where we saw that clearly Naomi missed that flying elbow on Nia Jax. And then there was another one, I forgot who threw the kick, but it clearly showed their foot was clearly 2 inches from their face. Now I know they're there to be safe and not hurt anybody, but WWE needs to do a better job of not showing us that to keep their legitimacy as far as I'm concerned. I mean, there was at least two. I think there was more, but those two just stood out to me, where it showed okay, they clearly made no contact, and that's just bad camera angles for me. So that's my tap out.
Okay. Who's next?
Let's go with Bobby next for his tap out.
Boy, did I have a lot to choose from this week.
Hmm.
Surprisingly, I'm not going to pick the one from AEW.
I'm shocked and amazed.
I know. I think I'll give him time to break this week.
Probably because he didn't watch AEW.
Oh, no, I did. I tried to, at least. I tried to.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a painstaking event, but I tried, and again, I said Call of Duty is more important. The main thing, and Marcus took my number one. I mean, that was terrible. I agree with Marcus 100%. I thought nobody would pick it. So Marcus, darn good one right there. But number two is Nia Jax and the women's world title. How they keeping her distant from that world title at this moment. At this moment, Nia Jax should have that title. Because number one, she made one of your champions that you making so much money off of. Think about this. If she didn't punch Becky Lynch in the face, she would have never been as popular as she is now. So,
Facts.
her matches that she has had lately has been great. Two of them have been almost on point. But the matches have been great, a lot better than what she did before. And they keep having her barely win or lose to people that should not even be tying her boots. This is what I mean about when it comes to a big woman, WWE has no idea how to book them. With Rhea Ripley out right now, Nia Jax should be filling that void. And WWE is slipping badly. I mean, this is almost like Young Bucks territory, in my opinion. But, yeah, WWE gets this week's You Tapped That, and you are tapping Gregory Hines right now.
I think that breaks a 4-week streak of you not doing AEW as your tap out.
Well, when I see something, I call it, and AEW for the last 4 weeks has screwed up. But when WWE screws up, I have no problem with saying WWE screws up, and they are screwing up big time right now. People don't realize the time right now that she has to take that belt and to hold it till Rhea gets back. Rhea's the only one who can really beat her. If you really think about it, Liv Morgan, come on, man.
Liv just beat her.
I know, and that's what was so sick about it. I mean, who else would beat Piper Niven? That's the only other person, and look how they doing her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got to give props where props is due. And Nia Jax should have that belt till Rhea Ripley comes back. Period. She should be holding it down, stomping over everybody, and then it should be her and Rhea Ripley for the belt when Rhea gets back. And then I can see Rhea beating her.
Well, I will not dispute that big girls do get a lot of disrespect in WWE, and it's something that they do need to address. I will definitely say that. Now, I don't know for sure whether Naya should have the belt per se, but she wouldn't be a bad choice as champion. I'll tell you that.
She's not my top choice, but she's the definitely better option than where they went.
Well,
I mean, you put the belt on the woman who lost clean at WrestleMania, like 2 weeks later.
well, at least it's not Eva Marie. You know.
I would almost rather it be even Marie Becky.
Well, okay, but seriously, I mean, if you're talking about somebody.
Damn, Bobby, really?
Yeah. That's how much I dislike Becky.
You might take the crown from me. Like, I thought I was a king of the Becky hater until now.
Well, I'm not saying it because I necessarily dislike Becky at all. I'm just saying that the you need a credible champion that Rhea won't necessarily steamroll over when she gets back to a foregone conclusion.
But she already steamrolled over her at WrestleMania.
But that's not what you want for a comeback when she gets back. You want somebody who will not just keep the belt warm.
Well, how is Nia? Okay, hold on. Let me turn. Oh, I'm on. How is Nia just keeping the belt warm when she's been doing this dominating act and battle royals and things for the longest?
No.
She should be able to dominate in the ring and be allowed to dominate in the ring, just like she's doing these battle royals.
No, I agree with that, Bobby. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that you need, and Naya would be a great champion. It's just in this particular instance, you need more than a transition champion. You're right. If Naya had the belt and she was allowed to dominate, that would be great. Problem with Morgan is that you got well a chump when she gets back, and I don't want to see a 30-second title change.
Wait. Turn into a chump? She can't even sit at the table.
Oh, not that again.
I mean, here's another reason I would rather try to be on Nia Jax than Becky Lynch. As of right now, I do think that she's going to resign. But as of right now, we don't even know if Becky Lynch will still have a job in the WWE when Rhea Ripley returns.
I'd say there's at least a 99% chance.
She shouldn't have a job now.
Yeah, but they put so much money into her. I don't think they're going to let her go that
Write
easy.
it off on taxes.
Wow.
It is a tax write-off that we fucked up on this bitch tax relief.
Unbelievable.
They need to get a WWE a stimulus check for the money they put into Becky Lynch.
That's true.
Motown, what's your tap out?
My tap out happened on SmackDown, and my tap out might surprise you guys, but I didn't see SmackDown live. But I got an alert on my phone when they announced the next opponent for Cody Rhodes. I hated that. When they booked Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes for the title, I'm just like, they just feeding him people to keep the title on him.
Okay, I got a question. How did you not see that coming?
Maybe I didn't see it coming. I didn't want to see it coming. I want to see Cody. I want to see Cody take on people that I might actually believe could beat him. Not that AJ can't be. Not AJ is not capable of beating him. But when they booked that match, it's like, really, you're just serving up AJ to extend this Cody run. When they announced Logan Paul, I felt the same way. Like, I want AJ. I want Cody to face somebody that make us think he could beat Cody. I am a fan of Logan Paul, But there's nothing I've seen from Logan Paul that make me think that he could beat Cody at all.
Okay, hold on. I gotta say something on this one. And I've said this plenty of times, and people look at me like I'm a Chinese prostitute. I don't care.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future.
For a long time. But listen. Whatever his name is, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, whatever his name is.
Logan Paul.
They both look alike. I can't tell them apart. But okay.
And hopefully I took both their asses, but continue.
Yeah, I do too. I agree with that. But my thing is this, honestly, straight up. I mean, straight up. Just hear me out on this. This guy is not some celebrity that is just walking in, goofing off.
No, I agree with you on that.
He has done some of the best matches on the card. He's either 1 or 2 in matches. The man has shocked everybody with his talent. He's a natural heel.
I agree with you.
Saudi Arabia want to pay that money too.
Okay, but Bob, I got a question for you. Who's the better wrestler?
I don't know.
Cody and Logan.
Cody, so he should face nobody?
He ain't better than Randy Orton.
So you think he should face Randy Orton when Randy Orton's a face? Out of the heels.
No, I'm just talking about like opponents that like you legit think is on Cody's level. Logan Paul is not there. It just feels like a Hogan run where you're just beating him these guys to beat.
But why would you put a Cody Rhodes Randy Orton match on a minor pay-per-view instead of saying for a larger one?
Turn this off and talk through your thing. Let's see if that works.
Okay. What's that, Marcus?
I said, why would you put Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes on a minor pay-per-view? You say that for a big pay-per-view.
No, I'm just saying, like, as far as wrestlers go, I just feel like Randy's a better wrestler. There's wrestlers. There's more competitive wrestlers that you could book him against than Logan Paul.
But then you missing. I mean, I get that part from a wrestling aspect, but you gotta remember now the back politics of this, that these Saudis are paying all these millions of dollars.
No, I get the politics of it, and that's why it's my tap out, because the politics of it is the part that I don't like.
But the politics of it is the story.
Yeah.
I'm not invested in that story.
I'm invested in it. I like it. Logan Paul got all this money, all this popularity. He buys his way to the U.S. title. He buys his way to 2 heavyweight title fights.
My problem here is that fantasy and reality, kayfabe and real, are clashing too much in this situation, Bobby. I've always contended that Logan Paul is in the position he's in because he bought his way in, and that's the part that bothers me the most.
But he might have bought his way in, but he
did.
Too. It's not that he just bought his way in and he's going in there looking like a goof.
Well, Bobby,
he bought his way in by training his way in.
Well, we had this discussion before. I am not going to deny that Rip Rogers is a hell of a trainer, and he should be training a whole hell of a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Logan Paul does not have skill. I'm not going to sit here and spout off like an idiot just because I don't like the guy. But as putting him in a main event in a conceivable way to where he could get the belt is something that I agree with Motown with. He is not ready for it, nor is it protecting Cody to book that main event in Saudi Arabia.
I don't see how you could think it's a threat, because I actually think that he's more of a threat than other people, because they would think and they could produce that the money is more of a threat. And cheating to win. And that's what he thinks. If he was beating people straight up, I'd agree with you. But he's cheating to win. If he sat up there and popped Cody off real quick with something and ran off with that belt, that would be a storyline within itself. Like, whoa, wait a minute, Logan Paul did what?
Yeah, that's what frightens me. If I,
but you know what? I would pull it. I would do it. And the next week, Cody gets his rematch and wins it back.
That would be a Dusty move,
There
and
you
that's
go.
that.
There you go.
Once again, Mastermind, you are the guy who should be booking for WWE.
Wait.
And strange,
And
It's
AEW.
not a Dusty move because when Dusty dropped the title, he didn't get it right back.
Well, that's true too.
well, yeah, Dusty would space it out for like a year and a half, and then he'd hold it for 48 hours, and then Flair would get it back. Strangely enough, that transitions into my tap out. My tap out for this week is the report on the numbers for Backlash. Apparently, there was some kind of report that the buys and views for Backlash in France were actually low. And that makes me angry because Backlash was, in my mind, was a hell of a lot better than WrestleMania 40. Backlash was everything that weekend should have been. It had a terrific main event, and yet the numbers dropped off because all of the celebrities went home. And that really irritates the hell out of me because Backlash is everything that I want to see out of WWE, and they're going to get the wrong impression if Backlash lost ratings. Because, like you said, Bobby, this is about money. This is about putting asses in seats. And Backlash did that overseas, but the numbers for the pay-per-view buys, well, the PLE buys were not there, then they're going to get the wrong idea, and they're going to flood everything between now and SummerSlam with celebrity-involved stuff like Logan Paul, and that kind of thing just drives me up the wall.
Okay, Rob. Now,
But
can I
Rob,
say
Rob.
one thing that? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Mark.
I was gonna say now WWE is smart enough to know that time difference made a hell of a
It
difference.
makes a big difference.
Oh wow, he just, I ain't even say nothing.
Yeah, but that I mean they know 12 in Chicago it came on at 12 o'clock. I wasn't staying up. I was out. I watched it later. So that
12 o'clock on a Saturday.
right. That definitely affected the numbers.
You got Cubs games going on.
And the other thing, and the numbers that WWE care about is the gate. They had 11,000 people in there and pulled one of their largest gates in a non-arena event. Meaning,
You know why
they
don't
charged the fuck out of them people for them tickets.
you know why don't you?
They
know-
charged the fuck out of them.
You know what the average?
It was like what, $400 each.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nosebleed seats, 400.
Yeah.
And that's right. And I get what you're saying, Rob, with the social media number. But you put them $400 a ticket.
Who cares
they-
about social media?
They don't shit. They'll probably be in France next year.
They will be.
Well, I would hope so, because if England is a starved market, then France is practically
Because
comatose.
right now, you got to
But-
figure though, it's a business, and $400 a ticket versus the $10 subscriptions or whatever for the subscription. That's chump change for them compared to like what they actually made at the venue. And it's not just those $400 seats and all the money and all the merch and all the stuff they sold that weekend and everything. The money they made in France, I don't think they give a rat's ass how bad the media numbers were, because they made bank in fucking France.
Well, that's probably true, but still, the raw numbers may affect their decisions in the future. And as you know, I don't trust WWE's creative to make good choices as far as that goes.
No,
So-
hold on. Let me explain what's gonna happen. And again, women were in main event of WrestleMania. This is what's exactly gonna happen. They are going to have over half of their PLEs in foreign countries. They're going to go to places like France because think about this. When you look at the average American dollar, and if you look on my Facebook page, I got a little parody on there to where there's a guy from England or something that's talking about American workers and what they have to pay and stuff like that versus what they pay in Europe. They have more of a disposable income than we do.
Well,
I mean, think about it. That's why they could charge $300 a ticket and still sell out the place.
well, I don't
They
know.
can't do that here.
Well, I don't know what the exchange rate between French francs, euros, and the dollar. I think the euro is a little bit higher than the dollar, like about 50 cents per. but it's a different money scheme, and plus there's just a whole lot of factors that go into this that affect the international market that I think WWE is more interested in exploiting temporarily than doing long term. I mean,
This is long term.
but All in London changed a lot of perceptions about the international market. WWE was not totally interested in bringing that back until All in London happened.
I can't say it was WWE. Well, I can't say that they were interested as WWE as a whole. I think it was Vince McMahon wasn't interested in bringing it to the international market as for WWE.
We will see.
And this is why all of this stuff is coming now. Triple H, TKO, they've got control. Just like I told you before. It wasn't Vince has not had a hand on his stuff for a minute. And you don't just go over to France and just do a show within 30 days. This is long-term planning.
Mm-hmm.
So this shows Vince hasn't had his hand in there for a while.
But there is a fly in the ointment there, Bobby, and his name is Bruce Pritchard.
No, Bruce Pritchard is a yes man.
Yeah.
Whoever's in charge, he's gonna kiss up to him.
Yeah, but he's a Vince McMahon guy, and he's
No, he's a
lot of influence.
No.
He's a who's in
just
charge.
like you said.
That man,
Whoever's in charge.
that man's not loyal.
No,
Well,
he's not.
Gentlemen, I have my
He
doubts. That's
belongs
all I'm
to the
saying.
streets.
Oh, wow. Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus, the Streetwalkers edition, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but seriously,
We are down the rabbit hole.
Bruce Pritchard is the type that whoever's in charge, his face will turn deep red,
And
he'll
his nose
smile.
deep brown. Yeah.
He'll smile and say, "I love you."
Oh, that one gets a complimentary. Thank you for joining us. Just for the implications there. Oh, dear God in heaven.
Oh,
Okay, let's move on to Moment, and let's go with Motown first.
I had that going before, Bobby. Thank you, Rob. My moment of the week.
you bet.
Oh, I am. I
you
am.
bet not. You bet
I-
not.
And
You
the
bet not.
reason this is my moment of the week is because shit in her last week and my tap out moment of the week.
He gonna steal it from me.
I am. Jay Cargill versus Piper Niven.
Ah,
I'm sorry, Bobby. I didn't mean to. It's rotation. It's rotation.
rotation.
Bobby, you can go next because you can discuss it. I enjoyed that match. I enjoyed Piper Niven against. This was a better matchup than I thought when they put it together. Piper Niven is everything in that ring that Bobby says she is. Jay Cargill was showcased a lot better. Bobby, you could go next and piggyback off of that and go into more details on it though. But as much as I didn't like Jade the previous week, I absolutely loved her this week, and I'm really looking forward to more out of Jade. Go ahead, Bobby.
First of all, I'm gonna say screw you, Tony.
But I had to pick it because I gave Jay shit about looking scared in the ring and just not feeling comfortable out there for her, and she bounced back like that. And she got a lot of criticism for more than just me though. And it was like, she's like, "Oh, y'all want to talk about my shit? Hold my beer. Watch this."
Let me start off again by saying screw you, Tony. And screw you, Tony. And but he is exactly correct. That's my moment of the week as well. When you look at that match, they played everything up perfectly, especially from what she went through with AEW. Please don't get mad because I'm picking on AEW.
I'm used to it.
I'm going to explain why though. AEW always had her as the road warrior type person.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Always the dominant. She was always beating everybody. It was Goldberg and the Road Warriors mixed in the female body.
60 and
She never was vulnerable until she lost the belt that one match, and that even looked like a fluke.
No, it looked like she was on the way out the door, and that's the only reason why she lost.
Right. This match right here had all the elements you wanted in a wrestling match. She looked vulnerable. Piper laid it on her. Piper was getting it. And Piper showed herself for what she could do too again.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, Jade comes back. The storm rises. She levitates in the air. And she made Piper levitate. She picked that girl up and gave her the Jaded. So smooth, so sweet. It was like she was picking up Rio.
Well, to be fair,
I could be wrong. I think that's the biggest one she hit that move on.
Yes. No, she hit it on Nia Jax too.
Oh yeah, she did. She
yeah,
did.
but Nia Jax is smaller than Piper now.
No,
I think not. I think Nia's bigger.
Nia's bigger.
Really?
Yes.
After
I keep up.
After all of the weight that she's dropped, she's still bigger than.
She is.
Wow.
By like 20 or 30.
Oh well, that's not much though.
But hey, it's still I love it.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. We're already up to 9, and we haven't done the draft yet.
Jordan 50. We good 50 on it. Dropping 50 on it. No, but that match was just wonderful because Jade showed a side of her that has never been displayed before, and it was only taught to her by WWE. And I'm sorry, if they taught that to her back in AEW, they should have displayed it.
But
They should have.
To be fair, AEW has a lot smaller ladies than WWE does.
It don't matter. Well, I went through training. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't that many people big as I am in there.
That's true.
But guess what? We had to learn how to be vulnerable. So when we did come across somebody, we knew how to do that already. It was instilled in us. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do behind the scenes. And yeah, you know what? In the ring, yeah, she can still play the dominant thing, but she holds that back just like right now.
In AEW, she didn't sell enough, is what you're saying.
And she sold like she didn't know how to sell.
Well, Piper probably didn't give her a whole lot of choice because she lays it in. She came from the Indies.
Okay, she laid it in, but you still don't know how to sell when somebody lay it in.
Yeah,
that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She sold that.
Mm.
She was a salesman from Goodyear Tire, and she was going to Walmart to get her stock in.
Okay.
That was. I'm taking too long. I'm sorry. Let me stop because I could talk about this match all day.
Okay.
I mean, what's his name that does the 5-star stuff? Dave Meltzer.
Dave Meltzer.
Dave Meltzer better get his 5 stars. He better get his 5 stars. If he don't, he needs to cut his hand off.
You'd be doing good if they gave them 2. I mean 4. I'm sorry, 4. You'd be doing good if he gave them 4.
Dave, I don't even think Dave can count to 5. He just get told to say 5.
Oh, good Lord. Marcus, save us.
First of all, I'm gonna say 5-star match. Okay, y'all being generous with that shit, but okay. Secondly, my moment of the week was the Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Copeland match on Dynamite.
That was a good match.
Yes.
That was a good match.
Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly is so underrated, and he's being booked like shit right now.
Complete crap.
I don't know what the fuck this is, but this gimmick, him coming back with the dirty shirts and all that bullshit, and what the fuck they doing with him or whatever. But he just there. Yes, no storyline. I mean, it's just awful the way he's booked, and I think he may be definitely top 10, 12 wrestlers in the world right now. But that was a hell of a match. You know, Copeland still got it. He's got to be pushing 50 if he's not 50 already. But that was just that's the thing with AEW. They put great matches together, but the storylines is shit. Plain and simple. But that was my moment.
Well,
did everybody do their moment of the week?
Not yet.
Real quick though, like Edge is 50.
Okay.
He'll be 51 in October.
I haven't gone yet, but
Go ahead,
Bobby,
go
you
ahead.
wanted to chime in.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. I'll chime in now then.
Mm-hmm.
There is one thing that happened that you really can't ignore, and I do want to bring it up to people to go and look it up on the internet. If I could have had another moment of the week, speaking of good wrestlers that don't get any credit, was Jonathan Gresham.
Mm.
That dude's new gimmick is off the charts. He took his character to a new level. The mask thing, because now instead of him just being a black dude that just can do all this stuff, he's got like almost like a what was his name? His daughter's wrestling now in Japan. Oh God.
Tiger Mask.
No, he used to wrestle Flair. Oh, how can I miss his name?
Steamboat.
No, he's out of Japan.
Uda?
Yes.
The Great Muda.
Yes.
I remember hearing something about his daughter. I heard his daughter's cold. I've never seen her.
His daughter's cold. His daughter's cold. Yeah,
Haven't
she's
seen
cold.
her
I haven't seen
yet.
her either, but I heard she's
Oh God, she's gonna be on your top 10 list. I'm gonna tell you that.
Ooh.
But when I sit up here and I'm talking about his gimmick, the mask that he has on now, and his gimmick, because remember they called him the octopus.
Yeah.
Well, now he has ink that he spits out. And his mask is horrific because he has the octopus mask when he walks into the ring, and when he takes that off,
he's got it tattooed on his face.
No, he has another mask on.
Oh.
And it is a look that makes you jump back in your seat like you watching a horror movie. Jonathan Gresham has stepped up.
Jonathan Gresham was always great,
Yes.
but this sounds like gravy.
No, this is where I think people gonna have to say, we need to sign this dude. We need to sign him now.
He deserves it.
He's been deserved it. He should have been AEW champ.
I can't really argue with that.
We'll leave that alone. But I'm sorry, I had to mention it's that powerful. If you don't believe me, look it up on YouTube. I can guarantee you, when you see that, you will be writing into us, and you will be sitting there like, "Oh my God, you're right."
I can't really argue with that. Grissom is a great talent, and he deserves to be recognized.
Yes, definitely.
My moment of the week was the announcement, potentially, that CMLL and AAA may be part with New Japan of Forbidden Door 3.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. CMLL, also with AAA, also with New Japan, with AEW and ROH at Forbidden Door 3. That has the potential to be off the damn chain, because we're talking about the best lucha libre stars, the best Japanese strong style stars, mixed in with AEW's talent and ROH as well. This is why I love the Forbidden Door concept, and why I desperately want it to catch on and live, because my God, the dream matches and the potential for just insanely incredible action inside the ring just makes my mouth water more than this cigar is. And the fact that it's potential, it's not confirmed yet, but AAA already has a working relationship with AEW. If you add CMLL into that mix, along with New Japan, you just have the potential for one of the most incredible pay-per-views that we've seen in a decade. And I cannot wait for that. And that announcement was my moment.
Can I say something on that?
Sure.
This is I actually am partly excited for that concept, but it also scares me. This is why. I have always been a proponent that I think you should have some type of aerial type in your card whatsoever. Whatsoever. You got to have that in there. Okay, it's got to be a mixture. What I'm afraid of is that it's going to be too much of it now. No, it's historic because CMLL and AAA is going to work together. That's historic in itself. But I don't want them to overdo it to where on one side with WWE you got too much gimmicks, but then over here you got too much flippity floppity flu. You know what I'm saying? You need to find the balance, and that's the problem. AEW don't have the balance. I'm sorry,
They don't, but they're working on it.
How long do we got to work on it?
Look at the O'Reilly versus Strong match at the last pay-per-view.
Okay, O'Reilly versus Strong. That's one match out of 50.
But to be fair, that the last AEW pay-per-view, they had some really grounded matches. They had a Swerve versus Joe was very grounded. Strong versus O'Reilly was very grounded, and that incredible match with Ospreay versus Danielson was an absolute masterpiece. And the card was filled with more grounded matches.
The ladies made 4.
Yeah, that's true.
And after that, you had what? 18 matches. That was just ridiculous.
There were not 18 matches.
No.
Oh.
No, in all honesty, they could have that balance if they shorten their card. They don't need they don't need 13, 15 matches.
Well, that's because they don't have all the fluff that WWE does. The pay-per-views that AEW puts on are more about telling the story in the ring rather than with
story.
The inside the ring story.
Some of them, the matches that stand out, you're absolutely right on. They have a lot of filler matches in there that don't tell stories. Now, come on. You can cut out.
It's like
in their pay-per-views, you can cut out like 5 matches.
It's like Dr. Seuss that went deaf. He ain't telling nothing.
Oh, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have a lot of disagreements on here, but that's one of them. I
mean, we're gonna do an AEW segment in the future because I do want to talk about AEW style versus WWE style versus the different styles, in the wrestling industry. Yeah. I definitely want to touch that because I think a lot of people want to talk about that. But just for this right now, for the most part, they don't have stories. They have very few. And it's sad because they have so many matchups that they could have a lot more dynamic stories. And they don't tell them. Or they don't know how to tell them.
Me personally, Rob, and I don't know if you would disagree with this or not. You cut out 4 matches out of an AEW pay-per-view, put your best of the best out there, give some of these great matches even more time. It's a better pay-per-view.
Thank you, because that's what I was going to say and I forgot.
They could shorten the card potentially and have a great show and a tighter show, yeah. But what they presented at Dynasty, it blew the windows off of my house. It was so good in my view. And the things that they did in the ring told a much better story to me than anything that was at WrestleMania. Backlash was an exception because there was a lot less fluff. There was a lot less there was a lot less window dressing, and I love that. That's what I want to see as a fan, and there's a lot of people out there that may agree with me.
There are some that will agree with you. I will take that, but you got to understand something. In every adult movie, you got to have a fluffer in the back.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. I wasn't going to go down that route, but my God, it was right there, and I had the low-hanging fruit.
Am I lying?
In the words of Devon Duddy, oh, my brother.
Testify. Wow.
God bless the fluffers.
Oh.
Marcus, I would like to hear your 2 cents in it. Because usually when we get on this point, you stay quiet. I really want to hear your stance on this.
On what, the AEW pay-per-views?
Yeah, with the discussion we just had.
Well, first of all, I mean, I agree. The AEW program, pay-per-views are too long. That's one reason I don't go no anymore. Because you figure with the opening, the pre-show, and the actual show, that's like 5 hours within that shit. And you know, there's at least one women's match they could absolutely take out every. You already know that.
There's a Young Bucks match they can take out too.
Oh yeah, not only that, and then we talk about the put together an 8-man match that makes no whatsoever. I mean, I agree with Rob on the point that some of the actual matches they put together are great, but there are too many matches that are just thrown together to get a guy a pay-per-view check, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
And at the same time with WWE, one thing that I don't like about them, they read the whole story too much. I've always thought that if you're watching a WWE paper, then you most times you are watching all of Raw and SmackDown to begin with. So you know, so most people, I think this is just what most people know the whole story anyway of why Roman and Cody or everything that led up to it. It's like, do I gotta watch this shit again? For me, if I could, it's automatic fast forward. I would love a mix between some AEW matches and some of WWE's storytelling, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta step in here for a second. I used to hate the NBA, but I am shocked to look at the other TV to see the Indiana Pacers
Oh, they beating their ass.
are putting a whooping on the New York Knicks.
Well, they better, because they're down 2-0.
94.
No, I thought it's 2-1, isn't it?
It's 2-1
now. It was
Yeah.
2-1.
Oh, it's 2-1. Oh, they actually won one.
Yeah. I thought they wouldn't. But
It's supposed to be tied.
Hey,
they put a Rodney King beating on them.
I love the Pacers though. So they're perennial underdogs. I love that. I love to see
How are
that.
they underdogs? You got help. Okay, that's another.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't really have a dog in that fight because I'm not a basketball fan.
I'm a former basketball player too.
And you were a good one.
Yeah, I was good. I miss it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that it's time that we get down to business and we do our drafting.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all of those that will be watching later, it is right now time for the Future Talent of Wrestling Future Focus 2024 Women's Draft.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be drafting the women that we'll put in our own federations. And you, yes, all of you that will be watching later and watching today, we'll keep this poll up for about a week, maybe 2, I don't know. But we'll keep this up for the week on various different locations. Make sure you go to Motown Wrestling Group and vote. I'm probably going to have it on my page. We're going to spread it all over. But check this out. Vote. Whose promotion would you go to see with the list of women that we draft? And ladies and gentlemen, it is that time to draft your behinds off.
And unlike WWE's draft, we have rules and actual logic to this.
That's right. First off, the first rule is I get to pick my first 7 picks before anybody. No, just kidding.
Check, please. No, just kidding.
Okay.
Now, we go 1, 2, 3, 4 first, and then 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Okay. And I believe that Leather and Lace Pro Wrestling, which the name of the company that I came up with, my first draft choice, number 1 off the gate.
Some Chinese chick we don't know. No, just kidding.
Give me more credit than that. We'll get to the Joshis. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm sorry I had to.
My number one draft pick is Camille Brickhouse.
Oh,
Off the gate, she is my number one choice, absolute top of the line. The lady is absolutely fantastic. She has every attribute needed. My number one choice, Camille Brickhouse.
you did a 3-pointer like Curry on that one. I'm shocked.
And Motown is next.
Hold on, is anybody writing these down, or do I need?
Yeah, I'm got it. I got it.
Okay.
Well, torn. I'm really torn between two women for my number one pick, but I'm going with Bonnie.
I knew it.
Rhea Bloody Ripley.
How did I know it?
The number 3 pick belongs to Marcus.
And for number 3, I'm going with the GOAT, Charlotte Flair.
And Bobby, you got the next 2 picks.
I'm about to make people sick.
It's good to be the king.
My first choice for the 2024 women's draft is Jordan Grace.
Good pick. She was on my fucking board.
Beautiful.
Man, screw you, Bobby.
That's what you get for messing with me earlier.
I was really hoping I could sneak her in on my number 2 pick.
Nope.
Now your
Now,
next pick for you, Bobby.
my number 2 pick for the 2024 draft in the second round. Bianca Belair, baby.
All right.
Sweet.
And we're going to swing back over to Marcus.
Damn, I was hoping I could steal that one.
I told you I was gonna make.
So for my second pick, I'm going between 2 women. I am going with Bailey.
I knew she was gonna be gone
Mm-hmm.
because I prepared to be fourth. I did. I literally prepared to be fourth.
Well, I go a different route, but that's just me.
No, Tony's next.
Tony next.
I am so happy right now. I am fucking ecstatic. You know what? I was torn between 2 women for my number 1 pick, and I'm going to get them both. It's titty time.
Ding!
Tiffany Stratton. Number 2 on my draft board. Oh, yes.
Sweet.
Tiffany Stratton.
Well,
I'm a happy man right now.
I just lost my next one.
Well, I'm sorry, Bobby.
I know. I'm sad.
But hopefully this next girl was not on your radar, because next up in the draft for Leather and Lace Pro Wrestling is the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka.
Good pick.
I knew that was gonna be gone too.
And Rob, you not only get that pick, you got the next pick in the 3rd round.
Excellent. Well, my third draft choice for Leather and Lace is going to be Thunder Rosa.
Okay.
That was gonna be gone.
Oh man, I'm struggling right now. I'm really, really struggling with my next pick. But this would be a dick. Naomi.
Oh!
Oh, you got to be kidding.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
It was between her and another one. But when I saw who's drafted next, I knew she ain't gonna be available when it get back around to me. So
Oh, no.
Marcus is next.
Fuck you, fuck you.
I knew that was coming.
That's really where I was going.
That's what you get for not taking her when you took Bailey. Maybe I think my mom is right now. She said you like Bailey more than Naomi.
Ooh.
Man. Okay, we know what? I'm going off the chart here a little bit, and I'm picking Julia.
Oh.
LA. Yeah, the Japanese chick. That's in NXT. Must be in NXT now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hmm.
That's a good pick.
Now, is that the former Xia Li?
No,
No.
Delia.
No.
This is old girl from Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, she's a
Okay.
phenomenal talent. That's a good pick.
Oh yeah.
I might give Marcus a favor.
Very good pick.
All right, Bobby, you next with the next two picks.
I'm all about selling tickets. But see, I'm trying to figure out which way I want to go with this.
Oh, I got my stuff mapped out already. So
I do, but I want to change my order
absolutely.
because I'm afraid one person's not going to be there. I'm just going to take that chance. For my pick of the third round, it's going to be Nikita Lyons.
Very good.
Yeah.
And since I'm all about selling tickets, the next one is Jade Cargill.
Okay.
All right, next pick is
Marcus.
Okay, so you all won't steal this one from me. I am going to have. So you talk about selling tickets. I'm going to have the Ultimate Dream match that we've been waiting for years, and he is currently wrestling in CMLL, and that's Tessa Blanchard.
Man.
Ooh, that's a good one.
He knew it. He knew it.
Talk about selling
She
tickets.
was on my list too.
Talk about
She was on mine as well. I thought I might be able to steal her a little later.
yeah.
That's what I thought.
Mm.
You ain't fucking me twice, Tony. Fuck you.
Put back that second rubber. Put back that second rubber.
Oh, good Lord. Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
Next pick is mine. When I made my list, she was number 5 on my list, and she's still available. I think I'd be crazy to pass on her because I don't know if she'll be available later. So I'm going with Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rob, you got the next two picks.
Okay, that's a good thing because these two girls I really want in leather and lace. First, for my fourth round pick is going to be the current ROH Women's World Champion, Athena.
Oh, I'd have gave you her.
Well, I like Athena, especially when she was Ember Moon. Either way, I think she's a talented individual, and I really like her. I wanted her.
You got her.
Well, this next girl you guys might not like that I take, but for number 5 draft choice for leather and lace, Kylie Ray.
Really?
Hey, why have Bailey when you can have Kylie Ray?
Because Bailey's better.
Not from my point of view. I called a match for this lady, and I really like her talent and her speed, and she's bubbly Bailey reborn.
So just because you have a personal relationship with this young lady does not mean that you should pick her because Kylie was trash. She trash.
Oh man, you should
Toxic waste.
no, you should have seen her at Black Label Pro and at GCW's 4 Cups Up.
How long ago was that?
About a year ago.
Okay.
But
And a year does a lot of difference.
oh, now come on. Kylie Ray is a wonderful professional wrestler, and I definitely wanted her.
Okay.
All right. My next piece. I'm about to say my next piece. My next pick.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
I told you. Yep.
Faux pas count.
He's a pimp.
Because she's a fine piece of chocolate that's pretty fucking good in the ring, pretty powerful, and I expect big things out of her. wouldn't mind putting some big things in her. But anyway,
Thank you for joining us on
but I
FTW.
can't do that.
He had to stick that one in there.
But I can't
Thank
do
you for joining. Oh, good Lord.
Lash Legend.
Ooh,
Mm.
good pick.
Very good.
Next up is Marcus.
I couldn't lash out at that one.
I went with Tasha Steeles.
Who?
When was it? NWA. Was it Tasha Steeles?
Oh, Tasha. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, we're gonna be competing.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Me and Marcus definitely gonna be competing on this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bobby, you got the next two picks.
Well, Rob would know who I'm gonna pick in this one. Even though I gotta admit she is a sweetheart of mine.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of the best wrestlers there is, and wrestles different styles, even hardcore and death match. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I think I do, yes.
You want to say it for me?
Mickey Knuckles.
No.
No. Oh.
I love Mickey. That's my girl.
Mhm.
But there's one that's above her.
Go ahead and say it.
Rosemary.
Oh, yes. And nobody knows like me. Absolutely.
The next one is somebody that's real good and people forget about for some reason.
Is it the bunny? Is that the Rosemary Bunny
You done
feud?
lost your damn mind.
Oh, boy. Honestly, was the bunny on anybody's radar?
We're getting kicked out of a federation quick.
Man, we could have picked 50 people and she wouldn't have been on my list.
Oh, man.
God, why did you have to do that? You know what? Actually, I'm going to mix this up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take her off the board before anybody else can snatch her. Willow Nightingale.
Ah, okay.
Then you was in my head because I was sure I was going to take her from you. I was going to take her just to be a dick.
Sorry,
Wow.
mine's bigger.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus, the measuring edition, and that's 15.
I don't know if the camera's big enough, but we can whip this motherfucker out right now.
Oh, dear God. Not in a public place.
Okay.
Well, everybody would know if mine came out because it sounded like a kung fu flick.
Thank you for joining us on FTW. I knew we were going to get big numbers today.
That's what she said.
Thank you for joining us on FTW. Wow.
All right, Marcus, save us.
My next pick, who I'm hoping we're coming back from injury at some point pretty soon, will be Jamie Hayter.
Good pick.
Ooh,
Good pick. She was on my
yeah.
pick too. Good pick.
Beautiful.
All right. My next pick, I'm going back to NXT.
Ooh. You still one of mine.
And she got a nice ass too. I will put it on her like
Good.
Do I even have to say it? I don't. I'm just going to mark it. One more.
Lola Vice.
Nice.
Not who I thought you was gonna pick. Not who I thought you was gonna pick.
Well, next up is Rob for two more picks.
All righty. I'll try to make the best of it.
Cut your lighter.
I think it's...
Oh, you
no.
got it.
Okay. Next pick up for Leather and Lace Pro Wrestling is also from NXT.
Uh-oh.
And I am taking the firebrand that is Roxanne Perez.
You can keep her. Okay, how much Booker T say good around her? No.
Hey, I think she is an excellent heel, strangely enough. And she started out as bubbly babyface, and she works real well. For my number 7 pick, I'm going to go with a lady who has been often ignored and I am not sure whether she may be semi-retired, but I'm bringing her back. ODB.
Oh, okay.
You
All
need
right.
hardcore in a division, and she is as hard as they come.
All right.
She does make me. Oh, sorry.
There's only one person that could possibly be looking up my next pick from AEW,
Uh-oh.
and I am going with the timeless one, Tony Storm. I love that gimmick. I love her. She's a phenomenal talent.
He took Tony Storm.
Yes, I did.
He took. Okay.
Okay.
The AEW Women's Champion. Yes, I did take her.
But this is what's funny. I figured she was gonna be gone.
She was in my top 10 picks, and I was like, "Man, her name is still here."
Yeah, I figured she was gonna be gone.
She wasn't even on my radar, honestly.
She was on mine. She was
Definitely on mine.
She was definitely on mine.
All right.
Just like Michael Jackson, black and white.
All right, Marcus, you up?
Okay, I'm a little surprised this pick is still here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Io Sky.
I knew she was gonna be gone too.
Excellent.
Actually, I thought Rob was going to snatch her by now.
Yep. That's what I was taking it.
I've got another idea for that. It's coming later.
All right, Bobby,
That's
you
what she
got the
said.
next 2 picks.
Okay, this is where I go crazy.
You haven't been there yet?
Oh no, I know Bobby. He hasn't gone crazy yet.
No, because I'm picking somebody. Well, let's start off with the obvious one. Someone I think that came back from injury. She's done well. AEW, what is it, TBS champion she was? And that's Chris Statlander.
Excellent.
But this reflects off of another pick that I made. Because I would make these two women into a tag team. And this would be the most theatric entrance tag team that there would be, and the most character-filled tag team that you could have in the women's division. And that would be Abaddon.
Oh. Yeah.
Rosemary and Abaddon as a tag team?
Oh, hell yes. She was on my radar, but I figured she'd get snatched up by you in particular.
All right, Marcus, who's your next pick? This is the 8th round.
Okay, for the 8th round, I'm hoping this will be
It's going pretty quick.
our next AEW Women's Champion, and that's Serena Deeb.
Oh!
Okay.
I feel like I've been robbed.
Yeah, join the club.
That's fair. That's fair.
Can we look at the lineup?
All right. Man. My next pick. Mom, you're going to love this pick. From Lucha Underground. AEW didn't know what to do with her, but Tony Motown Allen would know what to do with her.
Yes!
Taya Valkyrie.
Damn, I was gonna try to sneak that in.
Oh, both of y'all can kiss my behind.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future
I'm
Focus.
done. I'm done.
I was hoping. Wait,
All right, Rob, you got the next 2 picks.
Hold on, wait. Before you go, I want to ask you something. I want to ask everybody something.
Sure.
We're going pretty quick at this. I
Yep.
thought this was going to take longer. You want to do 10 extra picks?
Yes.
damn, 10.
Absolutely.
Wait. Well, 5 or 10?
He said 10.
Let's do.
It's got to be even number. 10, 8 or 10. What do you want to do?
Let's do 10 more.
All right.
Okay.
Marcus, you down with that?
Okay. All right.
Because I know you don't like women's wrestling that much, so it's going to be kind of hard.
Only.
I'm not sure if you even know 10 more wrestlers.
Oh, because
I do. I've got a list.
I got something that's going to blow your head off.
because what I did was I thought Ty was gonna be on this, so I wrote down 50 names.
Oh, you did the same thing I did.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I don't have that many, but I've got plenty to.
I had 50 on my name on my list too for the same reason. But it's I kind of like I like that though because there are some names like they're good, but I don't know. But like if we're going 20, I like that though. So yeah, let's do 20.
All right, I'm down for it.
Okay. Do it.
All
Okay,
right, Rob, next two picks.
the next two, number 8 and number 9. Since Bobby wanted a fantastic tag team with Rosemary and Abaddon, I am going to do my own tag team, and this is going to be my main one, the Unholy Alliance, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
Wait a minute, that's 2.
You got 2 picks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Duh, I feel like a dummy.
Yeah, I wanted Fire and Dawn, wanted them bad, and I've got them.
Hey, if you want to burn, that's on you.
Hey, if I'm going to fly that close to the flame, I'll pick these two to do it with.
All right. With the number 9 pick, the Motown Wrestling Women is going with Nia Jax.
Mm.
Dirty. Dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty.
When we went to 20, I'm like, okay, I'll take her. Marcus, who's your next pick?
Well, you know what? I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. For a number 9 pick, I think this is a great pick. And I'm gonna go Tony Allen here. That bitch. I'll take her with number 9.
You taking that bitch Becky, huh?
Number 9, hey, I think it's a great pick.
Becky Lynch.
All right, Bobby, you got the next 2 picks.
Yeah, I know.
You could draft. Man, go ahead, take Peyton Ross and her partner.
Yeah. I'm gonna say somebody that's gonna blow all y'all heads off. And I'm surprised she didn't go earlier. And I predicted y'all would skip it. But I'm gonna pick her now. She is in the NWA. She is one of the strongest women out there. And one of the people I would love to see a dream match against Rhea Ripley. And that is Max the Impaler.
Oh, she was on my list. I did have Max. I called a match for her.
Yes,
Max and what?
yes. Max the Impaler.
Max the Impaler. She is a hell of a brawler.
Oh, okay.
If you ain't seen her in action, y'all slipping. Slipping. Her versus Rhea is a dream match I would love to happen.
I agree.
All right, who's rounding out your top 10?
Well, I have a choice here. But I actually would love to make my tag team actually a trio. And this young lady can do hardcore and will be fit in with the interests with my tag team. And that's Sue Young.
Excellent.
All right, Marcus, back to you. Who's rounding out your top 10?
Shit. I will go with Mi Chen. Mia Yim.
I'm putting out Mia Yim. Mia Yum.
Yeah, because that Mi Chen was ridiculous.
All right. With my next pick. Io Sky's gone. Mia Yim's gone. Fuck.
Well, we're getting to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, that's Sue Young on my radar too. Oh man, this is getting hard.
Exactly. Very hard. Rock hard.
I'm thinking of Nikita.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. I'll ding myself on that one.
I'm torn between these two, but I'm gonna go with Gigi Dolan.
Oh!
Mm.
I knew he was going to pick her, but I knew he was going to pick her earlier. Right person, wrong time.
All right, Rob, you got the next 2 picks.
Oh, sweet, because I've got a wonderful combination here. 2 girls that I really, really want. First up is Zia Lee.
Okay.
Zia Lee is somebody that I think has been very underused, and she deserves to get on the list.
And she was on my radar, so good pick.
And before anybody grabs her, because I know that we are switching booze here, and I don't want it to happen to me, my number 11 draft choice is Hikaru Shida.
No, that name has been there. I almost took her. I ain't gonna lie, Rob. I almost took her.
Holy Shida is leather and lace.
All right, my next pick, and I'm going with a ring general here. Kind of surprised that she's still available, so she's still there. Fucking taking her now. Natalia Neihard.
Yep.
That was damn.
I waited too late.
Yep, me too.
All right, Marcus, you up?
Well, since you took the pick I was gonna take, I know that Bobby's taking the next, so I'm gonna take Shayna Baszler.
Dang! Y'all read my book? God. No, God, no.
Well, the good thing is, Bobby, you got the next 2 picks.
That's true.
I know. So what devilish thing can I do today? Okay. Well, you took Shayna and Natalia, and I am trying to do Future Talent of Wrestling. So, next one is going to be Zoe Stark.
Excellent.
Okay, cool.
And the next one, you should know who this is going to be, because I let it slip all the way down here. Piper Niven.
I kind of figured I let her off my list deliberately because I knew you would snatch her up.
I waited as long as I could. I got to get her now because I think they're going to snatch her if I love her on there.
Nah, take her off my radar. All right, Rob, who's your next pick?
Next on my list.
I'm not sorry. No, Marcus is next.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. My next pick is Mercedes Martinez.
Oh man, I was gonna pick next. Marcus.
All back and no front.
But she's skilled as hell, though. That's a damn good pick, Marcus. Good job.
I can't keep letting her drop, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my fine piece of Mexican wonderful woman. Going with Zelina Vega next.
Little Zena?
Oh, her and Rhea Ripley gonna be doing some work on my promotion.
I bet you they will.
I might even have to do a 3-way with them since they with me now.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Oh my God.
All right, Rob, you got the next 2.
I got the next 2. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to make them count here because we're getting really thin.
Yeah, you're following Vince McMahon back then.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Unbelievable. Okay. Next up for leather and lace is number 12 draft pick, and I am going with Kira Hogan.
Okay, I can dig that.
I did not expect you to pick her.
Not at all.
All right, who's your next pick, Rob?
Well, I'm partial to the name, and she's a talented girl, so Kira Hogan gets that one. And while I'm at it, I need a powerhouse, and I need another Joshi. So I'm going to go with a girl who's probably not on anybody's radar,
Is she in there?
Mina Shirakawa.
Wow. And I thought I was digging out a gem. In
Nina Shirakawa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was putting her for last because I thought nobody would pick her. I thought nobody would pick her. Nobody would even know who she was.
I don't know who she is.
Oh yeah, I know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
All right, we're talking ticket sales, right?
Yep.
We are.
I'm going with a woman who could arguably be in a lot of people's list for gorgeous ladies of wrestling. And she's pretty talented. Seen her a lot live. Me and Marcus seen her a lot live, doing ring announcing and everything, and Ring of Honor.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
Charlotte Bordeaux.
Yep.
Oh God, tell me that bitch ain't fine. I'll spend $50 just to sit there and just watch her stand there.
Wow.
Well, you basically do whenever you go to a show. So
Oh,
The girl-
wow.
No, but the girl can actually wrestle. They don't use her in the ring.
no, they don't.
Mm,
But she will be used in Motown's Wrestling Women.
of course.
And she might even wrestle too.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Oh, my God.
Vince is back.
Oh yeah, he is.
The boys are back in town.
That's what Vince said.
Thank you for joining us on FTW. Wow.
All right, next up is Marcus.
My next pick, Dinah Peraza.
Okay.
Dina Peraza. Good. Yeah, very good pick.
All right, and Bobby got the next two picks.
I can't believe I'm still in this girl. She's mean. She got problems. And she's gonna take it out on everybody. Blair Davenport.
Very good.
And who's your next one?
Oh, see, this is where it gets tough for me. I am going to go off of the chain. There is somebody right now that's coming up in the indie scene
Mhm.
that is technically sound, can piss anybody off. She is a perfect heel. If you haven't got a chance to see this woman work in the ring, when you see this name, buy a ticket. It's the lovely Miss Larkin.
Miss Larkin?
Yes.
Nice. Very good.
You know what I'm talking about, Rob.
Yes, I do.
That girl is like the female James Corden.
Nice.
And everybody would look at her like who she is. Once she opens her mouth, everybody would pay to come back to see her.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a damn good pick, Bobby.
All right, Marcus is up next.
Okay, since you all were talking about tag team earlier, I don't have really a tag team yet. But woman on the board, so I'm going to pick Kyrie
Kyrie Sane?
Sweet.
and I'm going to put her with Io Sky.
All right, cool.
That is lovely.
My tag team will beat your tag team.
Out it.
That's interpromotional, Bobby. That's more money.
Oh yeah.
You guys gonna do some inter-promotional work, huh?
Hey, the more the merrier.
Hey, there's more than one forbidden door.
Exactly. Not the one you're thinking of, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to ding that one because we're high on the board right now. But go ahead.
All right. This girl I've seen a little bit of. She's from the NWA. I believe she's still there. I'm not really sure, but from what I saw, I really liked from her. And Rob scares me picking after me, so I'm gonna take her now. Carmen Pekovic.
Sweet.
And Rob got the next two picks.
All right. I need some power here, so the next two picks are going to be power picks. The hardcore queen herself, Mickey Knuckles.
Ah, you saw what's going with Sue. Look at it. You said that's all right. I love you, Auntie Mickey.
Well, she's damn good, and I've called matches for her too, so she rocks.
All right, who's going to be leather and laces? Who's going to round out the top 15 for leather and lace?
The next pick for leather and lace is going to be Nyla Rose.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I said I wanted power, and those two ladies together are powerhouses as tag team and as singles. So there you go.
My next pick is a workhorse in AEW. And a woman that I love so much, and I just wish AEW were using her better. But we know Motown Wrestling women, she will be used just the way she needs to be. That fine young piece of ass that's phenomenal in the ring, Sky Blue.
I don't know that.
Wow.
I love Sky Blue.
I do too, but
She's a great talent.
see, I thought she was going to get drafted much earlier.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Indiana Pacers just blew out the New York Knicks 121 to a score that don't even need to be mentioned.
Excellent.
Back to you.
All right, Marcus, who's your next pick? Who's rounding up your top 15?
Okay, this one is one of Tony's people he likes, and even though she can't, I don't think she could wrestle worth shit, but she'll sell me some tickets with her promos, and this will probably be the only time y'all ever hear me say this shit. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
I thought I could get her in later.
Yeah.
I said, no, the only person in the panel that'll pick up before me is Marcus. That's my fault.
He knew I wouldn't have picked her.
I was pretty safe to say that neither you or Rob was going to pick her. So
I thought Rob would have.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No?
No. I've got a much different approach here.
Okay.
All right, Bobby. Who's your next two picks?
Well, of course, I like technicality.
You want to say who?
I like technicality.
Oh.
But I also like the way this one girl sells things. And I'm torn. I don't want to say his name wrong, but she's in NXT. I think her name is Jada Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was on my list. Yeah.
I thought it might be the Stiller. We went to 20.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Who's your next pick after Jada?
I'm going back to the independents. This girl is rough. She's tough. And if I had a men's bracket, I'd pick her husband too. Shield Maiden.
Shield Maiden, good one. Yes.
All right, Marcus, you are up.
This next pick, I think she has a lot of potential, and I could possibly see some big things from her, and that's Julia Hart.
Okay.
Man, Marcus.
I mean, she was on my radar too, but speaking of potential, I'm going to go ahead and snatch her now because I've been toying around with her name and then kept letting her drop, and I don't know how much longer she's going to drop. So, Ruka from NXT.
Oh, he just shot me.
Is that Japanese chick?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh, this girl is a badass.
She is.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was going to slip down. I was going to get her last. Dang.
All right, Rob, you got the next two picks.
I'm going to stop watching Wrestling with Tony.
Okay. These two, I am pretty sure, are not on anybody's radar on this panel. first for number 16 is Riho.
Yeah, she definitely was not on my radar.
No, I knew you guys would disrespect my girl.
Fuck
So,
that
see? Oh,
How?
what do you mean?
If Alexa Bliss is 5 feet of fury, she's about like 10 pounds of fury.
Oh, well, it's fury that I want in leather and lace. So
I'll give her
that's
8. I'll give her 8. She ain't 10 pounds. She 8.
oh, such disrespect. But Riho will get respect in leather and lace. For my next choice, Candice LeRae.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, cool. My next pick. I'm torn between two, but I'm gonna go with my dark horse. I think she's not utilized the right way, and when she come back from injury, I think she could be phenomenal. She definitely would be in Motown's Wrestling Women, and that's Sonya Deville.
Cool. Very good.
Marcus, who you got?
I'm missing one of my picks.
Okay, I don't know if she's gonna sell me tickets, but I think she's a little powerhouse, and maybe I'll let Britt Baker manage her, and that's Ivy Nile.
Ah!
Good pick, Marcus. Really good pick. You know why it's a good pick? Because of what I'm about to say now. Bobby, you got the next two. He put a Tony Allen on your ass.
God, dog. Well, I'm gonna go with this young lady. She was in AEW for a little bit. I don't know what happened to her, but this girl was cold. I mean, cold.
Mm-hmm.
She has skill and she's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Frost.
Very good choice. Very good choice. And
Okay,
she
the next one.
be coming back up.
Well, I'll be coming back up with her.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
And who's your number 18 pick for future talent of wrestling?
You know what? I'm going with the Independents.
Mm-hmm.
She's been in OVW. She's a former OVW champion. Her attitude stinks, though. But that's just a character. Ari Alexander.
Nice.
All right, cool. Marcus, you got the next pick.
Okay, this is another person who I think has potential, and I think would be booked better in my promotion, and that is Queen Amanita.
Damn it! Fuck you, Marcus. Oh God, fuck you.
We're so much more cutthroat on the bottom of this list.
The bitch.
Well, he made my next pick pretty easy because he just took my next pick. My next pick is a great talent. And in the words of Samantha Irvin, Chelsea Green.
Sweet.
Rob, you got the next two picks, 18 and 19 for you, sir.
Okay, 18 and 19 for leather and lace. I am going to go with a lady who is overlooked because of her height, but she is a hell of a talent, Layla Hirsch.
Yeah.
See, I knew she wasn't going to be on anybody else's
But she is good, though. That's a good
radar.
pick, though.
She is damn good. And did I get two or one on this round? I got two. Okay. But I don't think this lady is on anybody's radar, but she is a Joshi and she is good. Starlight Kid.
Yeah, she is good. All right, my number 19 pick. Ooh. It's gonna paying me to say this though, but she's still available. She may not be able to hit the table, but she's gonna hit it. She's gonna get hit
Dear Lord.
in Motown's wrestling women. Liv Morgan.
Boo.
Hey, she got a following though. So
That's not a bad choice, though. If you're looking for ratings, there you go.
Marcus, who's your next pick?
Well, before she got to AWA, they talked her up like she's a big deal. And because she's in with this stupid ass gimmick, I'm not sure she's any good yet. But I'm going to take a chance on her and say Mariah May.
That's a good pick. She's on my radar too. Bobby, your final two picks.
I am surprised that I literally got to wait out for this pick. I'm surprised that she skipped all of you guys. She's not retired. She is still wrestling. She is a veteran, and she will show the way to go to all of these young cats that I have on here. And that's Mickey James.
Excellent choice.
That was my number 20.
I thought she was retired, to be honest with you, but
No, she ain't.
Doing some indie.
Not yet. She's about to be, but she ain't.
okay. And who's your last pick?
Last pick. Guess what? I got to go back to home. And that's the Independence. She's also former not AEW, sorry, OVW champion.
Mm-hmm.
She actually sung the national anthem
At All In.
at All In.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
She is Shalance Royal.
Who?
Shalance Royal.
If you ain't seen her, look her up.
Absolutely. Do some research. That the internet is wonderful for that.
All right, Marcus, who is your last pick for your federation?
Well, because this is my last pick and it's my league, so I don't give a fuck. I don't know how good she is, but I know she's a champion. I think it's GCW, and she was my number 2. And she was a baddie, and that's Layla Gray.
That's a good pick. She was on my radar.
Very good.
But my last pick for Motown's wrestling women is a woman who's going to lead my locker room. And I got another pick if y'all tell me I can't pick her. But my next pick.
AJ.
No. Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, hell,
She's not a wrestler.
hell no.
No, she's not a current wrestler.
Not even an employee.
You ought to pick her second.
Dear God. I mean, she wasn't on my radar either, so I'd be willing to let Motown have her.
Bullshit.
Deflategate. Deflategate.
I don't give a fuck.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
I'm throwing
When it comes to Stephanie McMahon, nothing's deflated.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. My
Yeah.
God in heaven.
That's another one. That's another one about the forbidden back door.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. It's not a record, but my God, we racked them up today.
That's what they said about Stephanie when she came back.
And plus,
Thank you for joining us.
Oh,
and think about it. Over the years, she took a lot of shit from Vince.
Thank you for joining us for FTW.
That was real crappy.
Oh.
of all this though, the problem
Break.
I have with this is like after seeing her on the Howard Stern, there's nothing forbidden about her back door.
Did I just say that?
Take another
I said
pick.
there's nothing forbidden about her
You're
back
gonna
Oh, okay.
break the meter, guys.
door.
My
You said it's
God.
forbidden. I'm saying it's not.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear God. I'm too tired to even try.
All right. So since I got to pick somebody else,
Well, you don't have to go ahead and we'll play
Did
by
say
Bobby's
current.
rule.
I did say current.
Okay.
So many names on here. I don't know which one I want.
I definitely picked her second. I would have.
I'm going with the artist formerly known as Lacey Evans, Macy Estrada.
Ooh.
Lacey's retired too.
Yeah, she just
I saw
retired.
that wrestling.
No.
She just
Really?
retired.
She
Yeah.
did retire?
Yeah, Lacey retired.
Yeah, I posted in Motown group.
I
Oh,
thought she was working on
damn.
the Estrada now.
No, she just retired.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's sad because she was great.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
Misused as all hell.
I misuse that ass. I'm torn between two right now. I'm going to lean towards Electra Lopez.
All right.
And the final pick for Leather and Lace, and the final for the last pick of the whole draft. Rob, who you got?
Well, I did pretty damn good on the ladies that I wanted, and I've got two names left, so I'm kind of torn. But since I've got plenty of Joshis in my lineup, I am gonna go with NWA's own Allison Kay.
Good pick.
Yeah, good pick.
That is a good pick. All right, so we are done. We got our 20 names. I don't know if I'm going to get this posted on Motown's Wrestling Group tonight. If not, it will be up tomorrow morning as far as for everybody to get their votes in.
And we got huge rosters. We were looking for 10. We got 20 each.
That's what she said.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Wow.
I'm really impressed that Marcus not only got 20 women, but he got a pretty decent lineup too.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did.
My God, a great lineup.
I'm proud of Marcus.
Marcus, what was the name of your company? Just to be curious.
BBWA, Bring Back Bra and Panties.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
And I'm so glad I asked. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are about out of time here for this Mother's Day edition of FTW Future Focus. And what a fabulous show we had. And on behalf of all the mothers in the world, happy Mother's Day.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, we do appreciate you watching. We are here. Tony, tell them the place. I'm having too much fun right now.
Villa Havana, the cigar bar that's located in Plainfield, Indiana. Great atmosphere. They got a private room that they let us use today. They got a huge selection of cigars and a humidor. Great people. Angelo taking good care of us. Angelo's the one who works on Sundays. Invited us over. So, yeah, definitely good time for us.
Angelo, we want to say thank you. This has been fun. And I think we should do a repeat on this.
Absolutely.
Oh, I got a date. I got an idea. How about Father's Day?
Yeah.
Father's Day, we come back.
Does Father's Day fall on a Sunday?
It better.
Yeah, always.
My bad.
If it don't, that means we got a problem because I ain't working on it. No, but on the real, I've not had this much fun. Thank you, Angelo. Come here, check out the cigars, check out the drinks. He don't make no crappy drinks either. He on point.
Mm-hmm.
This man is on point. And a few of you, if you're in the Indianapolis area, Father's Day, come through. Check it out. Have all of us in the room. We all do the podcast. Have some fun.
Villa Havana all the way.
Villa, you boy, I like the Villa Havana. I might have to move here and bed on the side.
Pretty cool here, ain't it?
Yeah, I can
Yes.
put my Xbox on the TV right there.
Shit, you got another TV right there. You can watch the game on that one and play on this one.
Yeah, good
great
point.
It has been a great place to hang out. Absolutely.
But guys, seriously, to all the mothers out there, thank you for what you have done. You have a very rough path sometimes when it comes to raising children. Some of you got it easy, we know. But some of you have a very rough path. Some of us don't listen to you all the time. Some of us don't follow what you say. We could be mischievous. We can get in trouble. but I'm lucky enough to have 3 moms. One's gone, 2's alive. I kind of adopted Tony's mom as my mom too. And we just say, thank you for all you do. Because if it for you, we dads would be up Shit's Creek.
And Mama Motown was with us here today, our #1 fan. Thanks for being here.
And real quick, before we hit that James Brown, join Motown's wrestling group so you can vote on the best female roster if you're not part of the group already.
That's right.
Sweet.
You better join Motown's group. Join Motown's group. If you ain't in there, you better be in there. I want to see you in there this week.
Subscribe on YouTube while you're at it, because
That's
we can
right.
certainly use it.
Like and subscribe. Like this video and subscribe.
Definitely. 'Cause
Absolutely.
we're trying to get our numbers up because I have a plan for something, and it involves you guys. You guys got to like and subscribe for this to happen. I promise you, you won't be disappointed.
And on behalf of myself, the mastermind Bobby Rogers, Tony Motown Allen, Marvelous Marcus Buckley, and Mama Motown, thanks for being here. We will definitely see you in the future. Hit that James Brown, baby. Hit it.
Oh, how you feel, brother?
Feeling good.
You feel good?
Feeling good. It's grooving.
There's so much bone, brother. How you feel, man?
I feel all right.
I call your name. I don't want no people to know you're in here. How you feel, fella? Hey, Jam! Sure getting down. Look at him. Ha! We're gonna have